Cooking appeared on NBC's Today Show yesterday, saying she was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes 3 years ago. Joining us now is Dr. Daniel Lonquist. He's the owner of Back to Health Wellness Center. He's also written an ebook on 52 health and lifestyle tips. She said you can not only prevent type 2 diabetes, but in some cases you can actually cure it.
Yes, it's
with diet.
Yes, with diet. I know the typical medical profession thinks you can't cure diabetes. However, there's plenty of people that have reversed diabetes with diet and some other lifestyle choices like exercise.
So we see the typical food pyramid that the FDA puts out. Your pyramid looks very, very different. Can you explain it?
Well, the biggest thing is avoiding refined sugars, grains, sweets, and focusing on non-processed foods, healthy fats, healthy meats and vegetables, and some fruits.
And I think some people would be surprised to hear that, and it bears repeating. No bread, no pasta?
No bread, pasta, nothing with...
Cereals?
No cereals. There's alternative to grains. However, you want to avoid all those refined grains, including whole wheat.
Okay, now you've got some tips here. You've got your top 5, I mean, obviously you have the ebook that you've written, but you also have your top 5 recommendations for preventing and reversing diabetes, which are what?
Well, the first one is to stop eating refined sugars, like I said, high fructose corn syrup and grains.
Which refined sugar also, you know, a #1 culprit, they say, in feeding cancers.
Oh, definitely. Yes, it's toxic to the body. It causes acidity and can make your body promote those unhealthy cells.
And the whole thing about carbs and wheat is that it breaks down into sugar.
Exactly. If you eat even whole wheat bread, it just gets converted to sugar, so it can cause a insulin response. And the more of these high insulin responses you have on the body, the more the cells become resistant to insulin, and that's what leads to type 2 diabetes.
And it's incredible how sort of addicted Americans are to sugar. I count it every day as I put sugar in my tea, or try not to, but it's hard to get away from it. Exactly.
I have a little video clip I took off YouTube about how much sugar is in a typical daily diet, and it's a half a bowl of sugar with a typical standard American diet.
Okay, so we're cutting out the sugar, and what else are we doing?
Ingesting large quantities of raw vegetables.
Okay.
You can have some fruits, however, if you already have type 2 diabetes, you want to minimize the fruits as well because of the fruit sugar, fructose.
Okay, and exercise?
Daily exercise, you want to start with what you're comfortable with and gradually increase from there.
And an interesting one, get sunshine or vitamin D. We've only got a few minutes to wrap up, but why is that so important?
There's lots of research showing that if you're deficient in vitamin D, it increases your risk of type 2 diabetes. So
you need to get vitamin D, you can only absorb it through the arms and the legs. Is that correct?
Any of the skin, obviously, that's what is exposed to the sun.
Right.
However, you have to make sure if you have sunscreen on, you're not going to get that vitamin D, so it's a catch-22.
Okay, and the last one is to avoid all processed foods because of the chemicals.
Yeah, exactly. And that includes processed meats, so you want to have healthy meats if you're going to eat meat.
Very good. Thank you so much for being here today.
You're welcome.
Some great tips. We appreciate it, and we'll be back with more right after this.